Okay. Should be live. We're in Rennsport. Pretty cool. We're running an Audi R8 LMS GT3 Evo 2. Say that 3 times fast. Yep. Default livery. Don't need to change it. Penalties and assists. Don't need any. Can't click on it anyway. It's grayed out. We're going to try Monza here. So, here we go. Loading. Loading. Alrighty. Assuming everything's set correctly. My last little session. I tried it out for a minute. We're going to see if anything stayed. As you can see, it looks pretty good. And I'm sure it looks a lot better in 4K than it does in 1080p or whatever I'm broadcasting at. I'm assuming they don't have the telemetry yet and everything I need for my oh, man, that's heavy, for my motion rig. So I got it turned off right now. I could probably turn it on and it'd go crazy, but that kind of defeats the purpose. Feels pretty good. Wheel feels a little sluggish. But the car feels pretty good, pretty connected. Really gonna have to go into first gear through that corner. If it feels this good, it almost feels like my motion rig is on. And my question is, if it feels this good without my motion rig on, what's it gonna feel like with my motion rig on? What's it gonna feel like with VR? Not that I'm gonna run VR, I'm 53 and puke all over the place with VR. Just doing some practice laps here. I've noticed one thing, the brake. I'm off track. Penalty. Cancel request. I want to say cancel current lap for driving outside the track bounds. So the whole lap's been canceled. That's something I wish I could turn off. I'm assuming you can. Assuming you can cancel it. My wheel feels very heavy, but I mean it's set up as good as I could do in about 20 minutes. And I did not do the auto configure. I set it up manually, so maybe if I auto configured the wheel and rim and I'm gonna be switching out wheels anyway, so last time at 156. Gotta stay within the boundaries. That was slow. I mean, it makes you work for it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it is like much different than iRacing. And I'm fighting the wheel. A 151. Didn't like that, did it? Whew. It is, it's a different experience. I think I might have force feedback set too high. Really gotta smash that brake. See how I almost didn't brake in time, and I was smashing the brake. Whoa, I'm gonna spin. Yep. My best time 151.899, which was last time. So let's restart it. Let's restart it, and that way you can kind of see everything. I'm in the number 70 Audi. So, yeah, kind of cool. I'm sure there's a way to get this to where it's, I mean, it's full screen right now, but I'm sure one of the big things is that I can't get to my other screens while I'm in game. Actually, let me report that real quick. Well, I'll do it later. I'll report it later. But I can't, I can't, the screens up here, I mean, you can see them from the bottom right camera. And there's screens here that have the chat, and there's screens over here that, you know, has my whole, whatever, you know, whatever I want to put here. Right now it's just the stream information with OSB. But it's kind of wild because I can't get up to any of this. It's almost like it's a full screen lock mode. Where iRacing, when it's full screen, it doesn't do that. I can just scroll up, down, all around. And I can only compare this really with iRacing and Project Cars 2 at this point. And it is in the early beta stage, so so far it's pretty darn good. I think I've got some settings set a little high, and instead of doing like force feedback, you've got You've got bindings that you can pick, force feedback you can pick. You've got key aliases, basic steering stuff you can do. I've got my steering set, my force feedback set kind of high for this. Wheel torque of 18 with 85 force strength. I could probably set this to probably lower, probably 82. Yeah, we can try 82. See if it feels better. But what's wild about it is you really feel the car connected to the track. I mean, I am. You got keyboard, gamepad, bindings, things like that. One thing I wanted to look at. Hang on. Leave menu. Go to gamepad. They've got my FOV right now is set to 100, which typically I'm 97 to 105 in iRacing, like 100 in project cars, maybe even 120 sometimes if I'm running something like a go-kart in there. But display, you can change it all to imperial units, which I've got mine set to pound per square inch tire pressure. Assists you can set on, lifts, blips, manual, automatic, lifts, automatic. I don't know what lifts are exactly. Engine starter, I've just got set to automatic. Repeat shifts mode, wait for previous shifts. I don't know what that is either, but hey, gearbox is manual. Telemetry, you don't need it disabled. Replays, don't need it disabled. Interior camera, I guess they've got different cameras. Interior beam camera, hood on camera, hood camera, exterior reverse camera, far behind camera. So you can actually drive this like this? This would be very weird for me. I'm not even going to try it because it'd probably make me sick. So I'm just going to do interior camera. Leave it on that. But this is kind of neat. The excuse me, hood on camera. So you can actually drive right on the hood. Hood camera. I don't know. I'm guessing you can. Pretty crazy. We're just going to stay on interior camera though. So display. There's something I was looking for that is the yeah, I've got all the video stuff I've got set full screen. So I guess this says it's windowed full screen, but you can't really get to it. And then you've got windowed. Still doesn't do much. I'm guessing windowed and windowed full screen are the same thing, and then you've got a full screen. I don't know how the two are different. I'll just try to set it on full screen. I've got everything on Epic. 300 frame rate limit. Menu frame rate limit. I don't really know what that is, but I'm gonna just leave it at 120. Vertical sync's disabled. Rendering. Yeah, we'll change. Save the settings there. Rendering. Projection correction. I don't know what it is. Don't think I need it. Everything's enabled. Mirrors resolutions on medium. 100-meter distance in the mirrors. We're good. But there was a menu here in controllers. You can actually select like your wheel and pedals. I think you can select like if I hit calibrate, you can actually select your what your wheel and pedals are, which I did not. I set it all up manually, which probably wasn't the greatest thing to do. But I did it anyway, as far as like brake sensitivity and all scale, all that I set up all pretty much by myself. Just playing with it for about a half an hour, which it's pretty intuitive, really. I'm kind of surprised for a beta. I beta tested Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the difference between Microsoft Flight Simulator beta testing and to the day it came out was really night and day. I mean, if you look at, as a beta tester for Microsoft Flight Simulator, I said, okay, this game is about a 1 in beta. And then the game gets released, and it was a 10. And now this obviously is not a 1. I would probably say it's an 8 or 9 right now. So I'm assuming once it's actually released, it'll be a lot better. There's probably going to be a lot more tracks too. I'm just trying Monza because it's a track I know relatively well. They've got Daytona on here that I know. I'm not a big fan of Daytona. I mean, I know it. Atlanta. I don't know if they've got COTA yet, or like Road America, anything like that. But for what it is, this is pretty cool. It's very cool for what it is. Let's try some more practice laps so you can see it. All the graphics are up, so we'll leave the menu. We'll go back to game. And we're in here. There's Monza. Go on track. And then we can put this pit limiter on. I haven't messed with brake bias or anything like that. I really didn't see a spot for it. I think I might have, but I didn't. I wasn't sure if it was brake bias or not because it was named something else. My dog is barking because my wife went out with my other dog to get his nails cut. That feels a lot better. That felt a lot better on that turn. So she might have just gotten home. Because we do not clip our own dog's nails because they bite us when we've tried. They don't like us. But to everybody else who does it, oh, they're just a charm. They're just almost oversteered there. You can feel the car slide on turns. Like we are over speeding. It's almost, it doesn't feel like it's on ice. Like a lot of simulators, iRacing being one, it feels like. I'm concerned though about, I mean, iRacing is saying they're coming out with rain, and to me it already feels like you're driving in the rain or on ice. So I don't know what rain's gonna do. Maybe it'll give it grip. But I mean, this feels pretty grippy. I mean, it feels like you're driving a real car. I could probably use my FOV a little bit more forward to where I'm not so far back. But I figured this would be a good FOV if I end up... I've got a kit to attach my... GeoUp Reality sent me a kit for the motion rig to attach the monitor to the actual rig. And then they sent me some new upgraded motors for it too. It's kind of nice. It's like a 3-year present from them. It's gonna be a tough turn. Feels like a very big car. Got him all clipped up. Oh, he's looking good. Put him on that camera and show everybody his freshly clipped nails. See his freshly clipped nail? Oh, you're not quite on the camera. You gotta move over this way a little bit. There you go. There's my dog lithium polymer. Show him your nails, Lipo. Ah, look at how good they look. That's a good looking dog nail right there. I'm just streaming and testing this out. I'm trying to find some settings that feel really good without having me trying to test my limits there on the track. My fast time 1:59.8, or no, 1:51.8. All right, let's see if I can do a decent time here. I think I gained a little time. Still in the red. I can't hear you. Hang on a minute. Let me do this lap and then I'll pause this for a second. So I didn't get an off track. Kind of wild. Probably will that one. Yep, did that time. Let's try the pit entry. I got the pit limiter on. Oh, I just hadn't slowed down enough. So I have no idea what pits do here, or even where my pit box is. So I guess it's not. Very weird. Give me just a second here. We're going to call this a restroom break. So she was very good with his broken legs. My dog had broken legs since he was like 6 months old. Long story, he was a rescue. He had a broken snout, broken legs, puncture wound. And so his legs have steel rods in them. At least his right one has steel rods in them. His left one's just kind of like broken one place, not 8. So, but we don't really know what happened to him, but we think he was abused. Either that or I don't know how a 11-pound dog gets hit by a car and lives. Probably wasn't that. It's probably abuse or, I mean, puncture wounds. I mean, come on, you know. Probably had something. So, oh, we're on Rennsport. Let's try this. This is cool. I got a beta key. This is awesome. Very excited about this game. I'll be more excited when I can take turns at a faster rate. Because right now it doesn't feel like I'm turning too quick. But I mean, the grandstands look awesome. The fencing looks awesome. I mean, look at the way the glass reflects. The TV's on the left. I don't know how I look left or right yet. Maybe they haven't implemented that yet. I'm not sure. I haven't really taken that much of a look. Like I said, it was only, but I only took maybe a half an hour to get it all set up. Ah! Yeah, you can over and under steer them pretty good. Very weighted wheel. I like that. I like the way it feels right now. You gotta hit that brake hard if you want to stop. So yeah, I'm gonna have my left leg. I'm gonna have some muscle behind it in a little bit. Ah, shit. Okay. That's terrible. Let's start the practice over. So I'm dealing with a new car, full fuel, all that stuff. So. Yep. Alright. Put the pit limiter on here. So yeah, it's a got all the pit boxes. So we're driving the Audi R8. Anybody wanted to know? So if I take this like this, am I going to get a penalty? Doesn't look like it. Oh, nope, I did. See? They don't joke around. I think the penalties might be a little tight, but not much. I mean, you want it to be as realistic as possible. Red line it. Whoop, that's going to be a penalty. They said I gained 4/100ths of a second by doing that. I don't believe it. But it cancels your current lap, so it doesn't even give you a lap time or anything if you make a mistake. So it definitely favors you getting everything right. Alright, let's see what we can do about a decent time here on the Rennsport. Almost lost it. See a back end come around, but I saved it. You can really feel it, and I don't. Here's what's crazy. I don't have the motion rig on. Usually in iRacing, I need the motion rig on to feel the back end coming around because of the 3 degrees of motion here. But in here you can, like, somehow you can feel it in the wheel, which is really awesome, to say the least. Oh, whoa! See, I just overcompensated just a little bit, and it was like, nope, too much. Penalty. No lap. No lap for you. I think I've got the car damage model off. I think you can turn it on. We might try some online racing here tonight. See, like there, I over-revved and the steering started to sweep on me. I mean, you gotta hold on to it. You gotta, I mean, it's very weighted. Whoa, see? I just left off the wheel for a second and look at that. So it's funny because, like in iRacing, you leave off the wheel, you can literally drive for a minute. Here, no, it's gonna spin the car. So let's we'll go escape, go back. We'll go back to game, go on track, and then we'll just concentrate here and run a few laps. Let me get my glasses on. Maybe that would help me. Now, see. At 40 miles per hour, I got my hands off the wheel and we're fine. But at, 200 miles per hour, we were not fine, obviously. Or however fast we were going. I'm not exactly sure how fast we were going. It seems like Monza, the track is a little bit tighter, but I mean, they're supposed to be laser scan. But then again, I'm driving a big car. I'm driving an Audi R8, which is not it's the GT3 car, but it's not like a Porsche. This is a pretty weighted car. Whoa! And I hit grass, and look at what happened. Hit grass for a second. So we'll try it again, another outlap here. But hey, it's fun. You get to see the pits, which is nice. I mean, you get to see, it's a good-looking game. I mean, the graphics are excellent, and I'm getting great FPS. I'm getting a constant 120. I don't know if that's going to change if I'm online looking at other people, which I have a feeling it probably would. But you never know. Now, it didn't say I was off track that time. Just trying to learn a lot of these track limits. I don't like the fact the speed on my steering wheel is in kilometers per hour, yet the speed on my car is in miles per hour. I think it should be, they need to, they'll need to work on that. To where it's the same on the wheel that what you select in game. Not enough brake. I mean, I gotta smash this thing down. It's crazy. All right. Well, we're not gonna restart it. We didn't really. We could have had a decent lap there, but didn't quite turn out that way. Because I think that was about the best I've done, the turns 1 and 2. And turns, what, 8 and 9 are tough too, coming up. Coming up here is turns 8 and 9. The trees look fantastic. I mean, you feel like you're driving through the town. And this, I can start to brake about 100. Oh, I just touched the grass. Did you see that? Barely touched the grass. Good news, the lap was already invalidated from earlier, but the wheel still feels heavy. I should probably lower something or raise the power steering. We're just trying to get an idea of how it looks. Make sure it's not crashing, doing Monza. And so far, so good. Whoa! Fighting the wheel. I'd lose about 2 seconds there, probably. At least. So going over that green part doesn't give you an off track or a penalty. Good to know. Just a smidgen too late for braking. Huh. So my fastest times are all the way to the left. You can't really see them. Showing a 151.8 was my fastest time. You can only see the one on the center. I will tell you, the gas pedal seems delayed. Like I hit the gas and it's a full second before the car starts to take off. That could just be the physics of the game. So I downshifted way too much there. See if that gives me a penalty. Nope. Not yet, at least. Probably should have been a penalty. $152.3. It wants to pull. It wants to go in the direction it's going. You don't need a workout after doing this all day. Oh, I hit the pit limiter. I actually, with my thumb, hit the pit limiter. You gotta be kidding me. That was dumb. Dumb mistake. My game is just installing now after getting my key. Good for you, Rowan. It is a lot of fun, man. It's good. It took me about 30 minutes to get everything set up, but it was very intuitive. And I can't really type to you, I don't think. I don't think my mouse is... It's not allowing... Because I guess, I don't know if I'm in a non-windowed mode. I think I'm in full screen, so it's not even allowing me to get up there to type to you. So I'll just... I'm sure you can hear me, though. Let's try to beat this. Let's try to get in the below a 150 on this. Because right now my best is a 151.8. My last was a 151.9, and I think I was on my way to like a 149, but it just didn't happen. But it feels very... it's weird, because this is a motion simulator rig, and I almost feel like I've got the motion going, because if I don't have it going on iRacing, I immediately know it. But here, there's so much going on in the steering wheel that I can't imagine how fun this is going to be once you get the motion rig going. It's going to be a blast. And I mean, you can feel the wheel too. Like if you're not holding on to it. So this reminds me a lot of my Lotus Elise. Because my Lotus Elise requires a lot of, like, any little input, you're moving the car. When you're braking, you got to be holding onto the steering wheel. If you go over a bump and you don't have your both hands on the steering wheel, you feel it move the car. Even though this is an Audi R8, it'd be fun if they made a Lotus Elise. But nobody really drives that for any particular reason. So I'm holding on one-handed right now, and it's tough. And the brake is just... I mean, the wheel wants to snap back. Not like a spring effect, it wants to snap on you, like oh, you're driving too fast and you didn't steer right, kind of snap back. Definitely a lot more real car feel than iRacing has. Now you're coming from a guy who's only played Project Cars 2. I mean, I've been, since pole position, I've been sim racing, but what's kind of out now, Project Cars 2 and iRacing is the biggie. See? Steered the car. So it's almost like there's a little lag, maybe? I'm finding that in my acceleration, like... So right now I'm pressing the gas. Well, it is going, but... So let's say I stop right now. But that just could be the way the car accelerates too. I mean, because you heard it right when I said now. But the wheel, I mean, that's... And I don't have my force feedback set up that high. I did not get a penalty for that, so I'm going to try that next lap. You got to pull it back. You got to reel it back in. Like, you got to... See? So, like, there, I was, trying to turn left and right through the chicane, but it's like, I turn left and then it just wants to stay going left. It could be that I was just going too fast through there. This game is definitely going to reward a good driver. Now I definitely need to stay in third there. And here I can downshift to third, break that corner. I'm not even looking at my time. I was actually in the green before I started talking. And remember, I've got damage off, so... There's a 151, I know a 152. Now I haven't messed with like car setups or anything like that. I don't even know if it's in here yet. Hang on. I don't know if car setups is in here. Let's take a look. I don't think they are. Oh, smash my watch for a minute. Glad it's titanium. Yeah, let's take a look. Let me take these off. Take a look here. Give me a chance to have a smoke anyway. Turn the car ignition off, and it should turn. Well, I'm not on track, so if I do back to pit. Okay. Let's go back to main menu, back to pit, options, continue. I'll continue as I guess this takes me off the track. So what were we wanting to do? I completely forgot. Oh, to see if there was any. Yeah, I mean, there's just key binding, calibration, game display, HUDs, and I've got everything set pretty much the way I want it there. I continue, I'm assuming. Yeah, it just goes right back. Click escape. Back to pit. It takes you right back to the same spot. Oh, we got food? I'm gonna do this for a couple more laps, then I'll come and eat. Thanks, baby. My wife, Michelle, she's an iRacer too. You look up her. She does some iRacing. It says no smoking. And look at me in the car, having a smoke. Breaking the rules. I'm breaking the rules. What I'm doing. Breaking the law. Got rock crawling on MAV TV, it looks like. Maybe it's a rally race. I don't know. Could be. Back to pit? If we do back to pit, we just go there. So, I mean, it's just a beta, but it's giving you a good idea how everything works. I mean, I could try doing a race on this, but I'm gonna probably eat first, because I have a feeling the race is gonna be, well, I don't know how long they are. I don't know how many laps they are. I've done a 151.8, and I know I was on track for a 149 at one point here. So it's just getting used to everything. Like, if I go options and control, force feedback, the wheel feels very heavy. So sensitivity at 100, overall strength of all forces. I mean, it feels fine. Invert, no. Minimum force, don't need a minimum force. Wheel torque capability's fine. What happened? Oh, I guess the hour ran out. Can I hit continue? Waiting for other players. I don't want other players. This finished. 151.8. So I guess that's my my cue to eat. I will actually pull this back up tonight, though. I will. I don't know why it says waiting for other players, but I'm in a solo player game. But official compete with contests around the world, custom contests. So I do like official contest. Let's see what's on there real quick, and then we'll shut off the stream. We'll see what's on there. Oh, so we've got a lot. Got a lot of Daytona, Atlanta, Road Atlanta, Daytona, Road Atlanta, Daytona. Lots of Road Atlanta and Daytona. This Friday the 24th. So you can select car classes, minimum rating, all that stuff. That's nice. Kind of has a Project Cars 2 feel to it, doesn't it? And this is all I'm seeing right now. Oh, next page. Daytona, Atlanta, Daytona. So they don't have anything in Monza yet. They've just got Daytona and Atlanta. So if I do previous page, what's going to do? Nope, it just takes me back to page 1. Then you can refresh servers, refreshing server list. That's cool. Refreshing sessions. So 38 people, quite a few people in here. 12, 13, 47, 38. Like if I click on this, is it going to take me there? No, I don't want to enter. But I'm not seeing where it says it started, which is odd. It just says race type P, practice, qualifying, and race. And it says 47, it says 17:30. So I'm guessing that's 5:30. And then this would be 6. This would be 6:30. So this is probably the next one to actually start, I'm thinking. Yeah, you can register this. You can't register for this. You can't register for. Notice the register is grayed out on this one, this one, and this one. No, on this one. There you go. You can register for that. Kind of wild. Yeah, so if like I did tracks and I said I want to do Monza, it's great. So everything's kind of great. So if I refresh that, go back, go custom contest, press refresh servers to find available servers, refresh servers, and there's nothing. So I wonder how I would create a custom, remember it's beta, so odds are I cannot do that yet. Odds are. In local network, this would be like me and my wife if we just wanted to race against each other. Or race on land for like a big competition or esports event. Stuff like that. I'm sure you could probably set up a server. Maybe. Refreshing sessions list. Searching for games. Refresh servers. They might not have added this yet. Probably did not. Still refreshing server list. Yeah, so I don't think they've added any of that in yet, being a beta. But they do have, we can do Daytona and Atlanta, so maybe I'll practice some Daytona laps when I get back. I was really kind of liking Monza. I could always try Road Atlanta too. I like Road Atlanta just fine. So I'll try both of them. Then I'll kick up the stream again. And yeah, that should be pretty cool. I've been live for an hour and 5 minutes anyway, so we'll cut this one off. Rowan, thank you for being the only person to type in chat, which is above my front-facing camera here that I'm pointing at. No, it's not. It's up above that camera, which is up there by the mask up there. But yeah, there's the chat right in this area's chat. This guy Rowan Linder. So hopefully liked and subscribed. I will be back after I eat to check all this out a little bit more. I actually have to click this, and then what this does is it brings up a window to where I can actually stop streaming. So, see you in a little bit. Cool.